IGNFL, and the Steelers typically don't melt in primetime games at Heinz Field. Can the visiting Seahawks turn up the heat? We'll find out next on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our home side in this one. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late, so maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led by a three-time Pro Bowler in his 5th season. It's Deshaun Watson.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The numbers for Hunter Henry from a week ago. 7 catches, 103 yards, and a touchdown. Now a first down throw, Watson.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
7 yards the pick up there. From the 39, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd and short. Now Watson. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups.
And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. 10 more there and another first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now it's Watson. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. On first down, Watson. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down. Watson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Bailey's kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They're led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback in his 4th season from Wyoming, Josh Allen.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon. 25 carries, 103 in the yardage department.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now Allen sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Looking deep for Hilton. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
to the air. Allen, he'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. To throw, it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and that will come the offense as they take over. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run with Etienne. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. On 1st down, it's Watson. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. To throw is Watson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Watson now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Yeah, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. On play action, Allen. Looking deep for Hilton. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Now Gordon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. This is Gordon. And down inside the 15 he goes. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Now Gordon on first down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins. On 2nd and 9, Allen. His throw incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds. And now 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Watson. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. There's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got Burton here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Steeler first down on a pickup of 11 yards. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. Asante Samuel able to make the play defensively. Now on 2nd and 16, Allen. That'll be caught by Cup. The Steelers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. From midfield, here's Allen. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On first down, Gordon. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively.
If you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, but it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. Incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Henry.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Room to run past midfield. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Watson looks to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Here's Watson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Trent Murphy drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point. On 2nd down, Gordon once more.
7 yards there and a first down. get this one to Cup, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
You better come home next time, son.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Back to throw, Watson. He completes it to Boyd. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now Watson. He's going deep for Brown. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, but it'll be 2nd down. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Watson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half, and they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if things continue the way they've been going. And meanwhile, for the Steelers, we get a look at their numbers on the ground in that first half, as they'll be looking to rev things up here in a tie ball game.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Well, the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how he, one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Gordon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. 6 yards left on second down. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Allen now looks to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Boswell's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. And they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it looks like Steeler football. It is! Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it third down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 41, Watson over the middle, complete. That's Henry. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've got the lead here, trying to make amends for that loss last week against the Denver Broncos. They start this drive now, 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, not many teams use the fullback in the passing game. Heck, not many teams use a fullback anymore in the NFL. And even with those that do, you don't typically see a lot of big plays when the ball is thrown to him. In this case, it exceeded expectations.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 44, Allen. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. To the air, Allen. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
2nd down, here's an option right. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
97 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On second down, Gordon once more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. From just shy of midfield, Watson. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. And his throw is incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And now another one thrown incomplete. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Melvin Gordon now. He and the offense, they trot back out there. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync. Because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets. And you might not block them quite the way you want to. But as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Allen sets up the screen to Gordon. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. On play action, Allen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
After the interception, here's Watson. Airing one out for Boyd. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. He'll find ETN out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Watson. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And that is incomplete. There's Matt Bosher now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight.
Let's go. Do this.
Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. 113 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Allen's throw is complete, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. To throw, it's Allen. And the catch made by Hilton. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Allen now on first down. Steps away to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Here's Allen. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown. David Njoku. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Boswell for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Boyd. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Back to throw, Watson. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now it's Watson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Brown. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of 40 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And this one is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gordon, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Second down and 7.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Everson Griffin. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Yeah, we will get another look at Seattle's offense.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. Getting it out left side to Sanu. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And this complete to Henry over the middle. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Again, it's Watson.
He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Pittsburgh, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.